Okay, let's go.
Lost the lead.
Woo! Woo! How are you not dead? No, I hit him twice. What up, guys? Okay, I got an assist on that. I am playing Splitgate. Hopefully that's alright with you. Oh my god, I got sniped immediately. It seems like I have it selected where it like mixes all the game modes, but everybody always votes for shoddy snipes, which is fun. And I just did that. Ooh. But maybe I'd like to mix it up. Who knows? He died down there. This way. Oh my god, somebody was just camping that. Yeah, watching the portals. So that's the strat, huh? Just watch the portals and see when someone comes out. Yeah, I like these maps because you can like really launch yourself if you get good with it. Got that guy. Just ignore that I had to do a double shot. I do like the weapons in this. I mean, obviously they're just Halo weapons, but it feels satisfying. Yeah! Because these guys are just fucking hiding. Oh, which is not a bad strat, I don't think. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. This map is also huge. It makes finding people who aren't just hiding a chore. Okay, okay, okay. Can I zip over there somewhere? Oh yeah, they are camping in here. Ah, the whole team. Ah!
Double kill.
Okay. Still in there? Probably. The body just flies by. Alright. I haven't played this in a minute. Oh! Knight! Knight! Yes! Double body! Don't care. Kill's a kill. Oh gosh. There's somebody near me, actually. Hello! No! No! See, I won last game handily. But now there's some real gamers in here, and I just suck.
Double kill.
No, I don't. I'm a god. I'm a golden god. No! My sensitivity. Ah! Portal! No! No! I thought I had that guy. Don't show me the replay. I don't care. Alright, we're catching up. Yeah. The leader's been tied, bro. Oh, there's someone back here. Show me your secrets. They do like this tower. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can you die? I stole the kill. Okay, that guy, you're getting sniped. Don't see you. No. I swear, like, you can have a good game, and you're like, alright, it's time to stream, and then the next game is full of absolute big chungos. Okay, that guy wasn't one of them, but, you know. You know what I mean. You know what I'm putting down. Okay, I got you. He's camping! He's a camper, kill him! 20 health, too. Yeah, I hate to love to see it. Oh! At least I got a kill that time. I know where you all are. And I fall to my death. Okay, I'm alright. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here, but... Okay. Alright, we're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine! Perpetual loop. Yes! I'm here now. What are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing, you fricks. Okay. Something happened. They launched through my portal and died. I think. Okay, got that guy. I actually like this spot. Okay, got that guy. They're gonna come for me in a moment. Okay, this side. Doing stuff.
remaining.
Okay.
The leader.
Freebie kill.
Kingslayer.
We take those.
Killing spree.
Double.
Gain the lead.
Body. Don't care. Ow. Now they're mad.
Kingslayer.
Okay, you're dead. Okay, this spot is just like, they just don't want to come up here. Or they can't get it. Oh, 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 oh. I shot him in the heel. Someone kill him. Someone kill him. Heel shot. Heel flip. Kick flip. Am I out of sniper? I guess I have to move now. Can I get the headshot though? Can I get the headshot though? No, I can't. Okay, abandon ship. Go for this guy's sniper. Ow. Run! Skadoosh! Oh no. Oh no, everything's wrong. Okay, I need to fall through it twice, I think. Ow! Yes! I'm good! I'm so good at video games. Yeah, we win! I didn't even need to! Oh, I always forget about the grenade. Anyway. That wasn't too bad. Well, I'm sure I top 2 on my team. Especially once I got to that cheap spot. It did not show the stats. Show me. Yeah, I was the best on my team. 18 and 8. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. So you might be saying, why are you playing Splitgate? Because it's fun. How do I get out of the screen? My screen bar is like covering the button at the bottom, so I don't know how to leave the screen. Alright, there we go. Okay, it's searching for another round. So yeah, tomorrow I have a trip. I'm going to glorious, scenic Japan. I'm going to Tokyo. My friends are already there, so figured I'd do a little gaming to distract me because I can't think about anything else. So, mental health. Let's talk about mental health. That's fun. Everyone loves mental health. Me especially. So, why do I want to talk about mental health? I don't know. I've been struggling with mental health since I was like probably 10 years old, and I didn't know at the time why, and a lot of it has to do with my parents' divorce and then my stepdad, so you know, that kind of fun stuff. I'm getting a phone call. I don't want to answer that. Don't know this number. Anyway, family stuff that caused it, and so some traumatic stuff. That's normal. Everyone goes through that, right? I think I'm talking into the fucking party right now. Yeah, that way I had to make a party, so I'm not annoying the shit out of everybody. But yeah, family stuff, depression. Didn't know what it was, probably since I was 10. Yeah, and it only got worse over time. I think the first time I called the sewer slide hotline was when I was 19, and you know, over the summer, this recent summer of 2023, kind of got to a point where I felt like I couldn't handle the feelings that I was feeling anymore, and you know, it wasn't like a instant overnight thing. It had to be several like things leading up to me feeling like I need help. And a lot of it is unloading. You know, I tend to bottle up all my emotions and act like everything's cool, everything's fine, but in reality it's horrible. I really have a complex about feeling like a burden, or asking for help, or asking for money, or I don't like money. But yeah, basically, I don't like asking for help, which is a really bad thing when you have bad brain. When you have bad brain. Okay, hold on. I'm also installing a Cyberpunk, so I'm probably gonna die a bit here while I swap the discs. Bad brain meets. So, first step of that was getting over, you know, not being able to ask for help. So I had to ask for help. I had to get therapy, which was scary to me. Something I thought, you know, that wasn't for me because I did therapy as a kid. did therapy as a kid, um, and I didn't really get it at the time. Why is this like adult doctor like asking me all these questions? Even though I was probably the reason we were in there, it was like family therapy with my siblings, but I was probably the reason we were in there. Because I was the kind of kid that once I realized I didn't like my living situation, I would like try to, um, you know, leave as much as I could. I would spend time at my friend's house. I would also like inhale my dinner super fast so I wouldn't have to be around the people I didn't want to see. And so I developed these like nervous habits. I also have like, my official diagnosis is PTSD, and then because of the PTSD, I have general anxiety disorder and depression. What is it? Um, Major depressive disorder. So I was only recently diagnosed like a month or two ago, or I guess maybe 3 months ago. In July or June, I started going to therapy after some bad stuff happened. So I started going to therapy, talking to my therapist. It was funny because I liked my first therapist, which apparently doesn't happen very often, but I enjoy talking to my therapist. She's helped me a lot figure out stuff, and just kind of like adult stuff that I never really wanted to deal with, like making a budget, or like, I hated money so much I would basically holding myself back from getting things done that needed to be done, or you know what I mean? So like my credit, which I've always been terrified about because my dad was in credit card debt for years. So it's just like a lot of things that I wanted to do better or differently. And, certain people raising me really liked money to the point where it seemed like they liked money more than me and my siblings. So that sucked. I think that could probably be a sentiment a lot of people have dealt with, or having a complex about money, and like to the point where I'd rather just live poor than realistically like deal with having money. I don't know. Having a lot of money gives me kind of almost anxiety, and like I don't know what I'm doing with it, and I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something me, I guess. Knowing that there are miserly people who I always looked at money in the lens of greedy people, and I realized, normal people need money to live, and it's okay to have it, I guess. So that's where I'm sorry, I'm sucking at this because I'm explaining all this. I'm like distracted from both, but basically I had a couple of problems with just being an adult man that's in my 30s now, and I just need to, it's time to get a hold on my finances, my life, like my anxieties, my depression, like, a prevailing sense of not doing enough, or not being worth like even going to the doctor or going to therapy, like these things, that very basic things that people do all the time that probably people don't even think about. But I don't know, when you don't like yourself, it's really easy to justify not doing things like take care of yourself, or try to date, put yourself out there, or make friends. I'm like have a hard time making friends. Like I have a hard time introducing myself to people I don't know, and like all these things. And I always just kind of thought, I was like, oh, I'm a loner. I like being alone. I got the final kill, even though I barely contributed at all. It's gonna be the most boring kill cam ever, because I'm not even doing anything special. Anyway, yeah. So I have been this way since I was a kid. I remember I failed 6th grade because I was so depressed. And at the time, I was really ashamed of that because all my friends went on to the next grade, and I remember my parents even made me go to summer school, even though it didn't matter. I had failed so bad, I was going to have to repeat no matter what, and summer school didn't help at all. It was just gonna rub it in. Damn, I did bad. I guess it's a 1.0. But yeah, I hated going to school. And like once I discovered, like, I mean, I always had video games growing up, but I think online games and like finding online communities, like I used to go on Gaia Online and had a lot of friends on there, and then getting on Xbox. Like I was so hyped for Halo. I remember one time I went to a friend's house when I was like 11 or whatever. They had Halo. We played Halo multiplayer for like all day, and I was like, we were supposed to be doing like a science project, and I just played Halo the whole time. So I knew Halo 1, like I was addicted at that point, and it was so new. He had the Xbox and I didn't. So I remember going to Walmart, and nobody cared back then. I just bought like a $20 copy of Halo PC. I think it was only $20. and played that on my mom's work computer at home, and it ran surprisingly well. In fact, I only knew that I could buy it is because I played the demo on GameSpy so much. It was just Blood Gulch over and over again. But yeah, I played a lot of Halo the 1. Just like I remember buying a used Xbox and playing Halo 1 a lot with my brothers. So yeah, let's take a couple of these out because I've never even seen these free for all ones, and there's too much shoddy snipers going on. Alright, but yeah, felt depressed most of my life for probably about 20 plus years now. Didn't know what it was. Finally now, like I knew in like my mid-20s I was probably depressed and I didn't really want to grapple with why. And I don't know. I realize now as I'm getting older and people like the older people in my life are having health issues, and I don't know, just you realize like I've held a lot of grudges and carried around a lot of hate or anxiety or sadness or painful memories, and just like, you know, you can't carry that stuff around forever, so it's just not healthy. So, oh man, this is all no portals, I think. No idea. Although this looks interesting, I have no idea what this is, so I'll try this. Yeah, so I'm glad now I'm getting help. So the first step was getting a therapist. Well, I guess really the first step is getting a job where I could have insurance, and the insurance is good. So I got the insurance, I got therapy, and that was really good. Talked to my therapist about getting a formal diagnosis, and oh my god, what is this map? This looks like Forge.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Domination.
This looks crazy. Okay, cool.
Gain the lead.
I'm so distracted by this. I've never seen this map or this mode. Okay. I can tell this is going to be difficult because the guys who are playing this classic mode look a little bit better at the game than the most queues I go into. Oh, I thought I got that guy. So yeah, getting diagnosed. Now I know my diagnosis, which is huge, and I didn't know it before. Ow. Man, I'm getting wrecked. So now, and then the next step was talking to a psychiatrist or psychologist. I don't know. I did it online on this app called ZocDoc, not BetterHelp. I heard bad things about BetterHelp or something. I don't know, but ZocDoc is where I went. So every so often I talk to that person, and that guy's really good. He needs to touch grass. And talking to them has really helped me kind of suss out, you know, what I want to do about the feelings I'm having. It's like, it's easy to just exist as you are, and I think get complacent, because I was sad most of the time, but I would always tell myself, no, you know, you're just, it's not as bad. Like, even as a kid, I would always tell them, you don't have it as bad as other people, you know, you should be cut yourself lucky. I feel like I should be jumping more. These guys jump like crazy. Fuck. So yeah, not being complacent, wanting to get better, loving yourself. I didn't love myself. I hated myself actually a lot, and that was tough, I guess, knowing that I didn't have my own best interest. And so, you know, you end up doing things like, in my mid-20s, I worked at a bar, and I made a lot of friends there, but mostly through drinking, and I wasn't a big drinker before then, and I was actually kind of worried about drinking because my dad was alcoholic, and I know alcohol is dangerous, or like to maybe just in my blood to be predisposed to have a problem with alcohol. So as a kid, I never wanted to be one because my dad was alcoholic, and I saw how much it was messing with him. I don't know, it was depressing. So, but I ended up drinking a lot, actually, more than normal people drink. And I think, you know, it's gone bad when you like drink by yourself, even when you're not with friends, or you're drinking like extremely hard liquor. Like I remember by the end I was drinking like grain alcohol, drinking like, what is it, 151, and that was really awful. It made me sick all the time. And then doing drugs, like you know, I used marijuana to kind of help as like an antidepressant, but I feel like it doesn't stack up to a real antidepressant at all. I feel so much better on antidepressants. It's not even funny. I love weed, and I still think there's a place for it in my life, or it just can't be the only thing, and it doesn't do enough to offset. For a while, maybe it did, but not anymore. It's not what I need to function or be healthy or take care of myself. And like that feeling of complacency, weed definitely helps. You have a lot of problems, you come home, you smoke a bowl, and then for like an hour or two you forget and you're not worried about it. And then, you know, I did harder stuff that it's probably, I don't even know if you could talk about it on Twitch, but I don't know. Let's just say I went skiing a lot, and it was bad because I lived with the person who could give me that stuff. So, and that was the main thing, is I used to live in Austin, Texas, and I was surrounded by this culture of drinking and drugs, and, you know, I worked in the service industry. You work at a bar, you work in a restaurant, especially in a city, you're gonna see this stuff. So it wasn't really shocking to me. In fact, I'd been around it since I was like, I started working in kitchens when I was like 16, maybe 15, 16. And even then, I saw people smoking weed just straight up in the kitchen, doing harder drugs in the kitchen. I remember I couldn't go home on Christmas Eve once because somebody was shooting up, and it was an employee of ours shooting up in the bathroom who was just like completely zonked out, and we had to like get the door busted down to get him out and call the cop. Or no, we didn't call the cops, we called the ambulance or something. It was just traumatizing. So like, you'd think seeing stuff like that, I'd be like, maybe don't do drugs and stuff, but I still did. And I was addicted to white stuff for like 2 years, maybe 2016 to 2018. And to get off of most of the things that were messing me up, get my ass kicked anyway, but I just moved. I moved across the country because I needed to be around people who weren't getting drunk every day. I needed to completely reset because all my friends were around being drunk and doing drugs. So that was a big step, was moving away from that. Do it every day. Like, I'd wake up, do drugs, or every day I'd wake up and I'd drink all day. If it was a day off, I'd drink all day. As soon as you get off work, you start drinking. You know, if you work in a restaurant, like, sometimes you'll start drinking before you even close, like an hour or two before close. Damn, I'm doing bad. So yeah, that was just the culture. That was normal. So removing myself from that, I still tried to work in kitchens, but I also think kitchens are just stressful environments, and you don't get like any benefits at most cooking jobs. Not to say I didn't ever have benefits, but getting a cooking job that pays well and has benefits is pretty rare. So changing industries, I tried being working at Best Buy as a cell phone guy, and now I work in a warehouse driving a forklift, and that job, you know, it's not my favorite. It pays good, and I have insurance, and that's huge. You gotta, like, the insurance is affordable and it's really good. Like, I think it's like $60 a month, but it saves me hundreds of dollars on getting therapy, which was the first step, getting my psychiatrist or whatever it is, and getting my antidepressants are like $100 a bottle more. When with my insurance, it's like $20. So I was always really worried about the prices of just taking care of myself. But now I'm in a slightly more comfortable place. So I'm not looking at chat, so I don't know if anyone's actually watching or cares about any of this. So it's okay. There's usually nobody watching. Maybe I'll put up the VOD on my YouTube if I'm not too embarrassed, talking candidly about how much of a fuck up I have been up to this point. But that's the thing. Again, negative self-talk. I'm doing better. I'm doing a lot better. Getting on antidepressants for the last 2 months, I want to say, has really helped me refocus and think about what's important to me and the things I want to do and where I want to go. I'm thinking about like maybe going back to school. I don't know, just like changing things up. I want to spend more time with like my family, but that's, you know, they're on the other side of the country, so it's a lot of things you got to think about when people are getting older and people are dying, and like it's heavy stuff, and I don't know. You're not gonna be around forever, and you can't, I guess, hold grudges forever about. It's really healthy to let stuff go, even though it's like, if it's like defined so much of your life or defined your childhood or whatever, you gotta like gotta let stuff go a little bit, and like I don't know, it's really easy to hold on because it was so real and visceral, and like with PTSD especially, like I'll have intense dreams or like things
Game
that
starts
you
in
know
five,
feel so real. So
4,
it's like you're never
3,
really done with
2,
it. So I
1.
get why it's easy to
Capture
hold
the
on to,
flag.
but I remember talking to my therapist about my stepdad, who was a jerk. He was an asshole, like everything I don't want to be.
First
So
blood.
um, I carry around a lot of hate still, probably for him, and that's something I want to do better. I don't want to carry around hate or be a hateful person, or it's just unhealthy and not worth it. Like if I really didn't like this person, I wouldn't be spending so much time, loathing them. But yeah, I think that's the first step is admitting like they're people too. They made the mistakes. They're mistakes I will never make, but I can understand
Flag
that people make
stolen.
mistakes, and it's healthier to let some of that go
Flag taken.
and then
Double
hold on to it
kill.
forever. And realistically, I'll be a happier person on the other side. Hopefully, I don't really know, but I think it's one step I can take to be like, yeah, shit sucked.
5 minutes
Shit will always
remaining.
suck. This person made it suck, but so friendly.
Flag reset.
Um, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Flag stolen.
Ah,
Flag reset. Flag
damn it!
captured. Lost the lead.
Damn it!
Flag
Where's my
reset.
team? Anyway, I lost track of where I was because it was so intense.
Flag
CTF is a little
taken.
bit more intense. Ugh. Oh! I got whapped. Yeah. So letting go of hate,
Flag captured.
and forgiveness. It's something I'm a very stubborn person. I
Flag
realize.
reset.
So I think I don't like to admit I'm wrong, and I don't take criticism well. I don't think anybody really does any of these things well, but I think especially it's something I can work on. And
Flag taken.
yeah.
Flag stolen.
The things I know about myself is
Flag reset.
I like the things I like very, very
Double
intensely.
kill.
I like the people I like intensely, and
Flag
I want to defend. I often find the need to defend or justify things that don't need justifying. I can just like them as they are, on their own merits, and not worry so much.
Flag stolen.
I think, right? I don't really know. I'm kind of rambling, but it's okay to just like stuff, and you don't have to justify why you like stuff to other people, or why you don't like stuff. And you can just not on the merits of that you don't, and that'll be good for you as a human. Okay, that was sick. Can they return the flag, please? Please. My team is not doing it great.
Election agency. Flag reset. Flag.
Hey, I scored.
Kingslayer.
I had to do all the work myself, but I did it.
Reset. Flag taken. Flag stolen. Double kill.
Okay, that was sick.
Flag
I'm out of
reset.
ammo for this. Ooh,
Flag
SMG.
captured. Tied the leader. Flag reset. Flag stolen.
Okay, I'm definitely almost out of ammo with that.
Flag taken. Flag reset.
I forgot where I was because I just kind of want to win this one after being so bad. Yo, we won. All right. Anyway, letting go of hate. Yeah, that was a big one, and I haven't really done it yet. Got to do some more processing through my trauma, through my grief, through the painful memories, to justify where we're at. But that's, yeah, I think a good place to start for me personally. So yeah, mental health is a journey, and I'm still on it. But over the summer, it went like, and then that kind of like intense feelings of like I should not be here anymore, and conversations with people who do care about me, like my dad, my brother, just and friends. Like generally having friends and confiding in them and telling them what's going on with you. Like I've had a drinking problem for count it since 2016. I'll say it's probably where it went off the deep end. You could even say it started in 2014 is when I started drinking, but and even then there was times where it was like too much. You know what I mean? I was drinking to the point of blackout a lot, too often. So yeah, we'll go with 2014. So if you go by that, I've been having problems with drinking since for like 9 years. Really issue probably 2016, right around when Trump won, if there's any coincidence there. Because in 2018, even after I moved, I kept drinking. Even though I quit all my other substances, I was still drinking all the time. Shattered my clavicle while blackout drunk, probably trying to not be here anymore. So I have like metal rods in my shoulder, and it shattered in like 4 places. And that was one of the first times where I really sat up and was like, oh god, I really got to do something or else I'm gonna die. And I was sober for like 3 years after that. I was sober from May of 2018 until like I want to say spring of 2021 or something like that. So yeah, I and then, part of the other impetus for getting better is just I was unloading on people all this really heavy stuff that, I remember at one point I was talking to someone and they were like, I'm not a doctor, you should not be telling me some of this stuff, you need to talk to like a professional. And I was like, that's fair, I think. Not everyone is equipped to or really ready to hear some of the heaviest stuff you got going on, and I really wanted to confide in my friends, and I'm glad I did, because they were like, yeah, that sucks, but you should get real help as opposed to just asking friends. So I think that was a good first step, is talk to people. Even if you don't think they're equipped for it, you can confide in people, and then they'll point you in the right direction. Like, even if they don't have all the right answers. And I have friends who are having a hard time right now, and I try to give them good advice. But ultimately, a lot of the advice I'm giving right now is go to therapy, get on antidepressants, because for me, it has straight up completely changed things around in my priorities and where I want to be, what I want to do, people I want to be around. And I don't know, like, my goals, like, I want to learn another language. I'm going to Japan tomorrow, and I would like to learn Japanese. I care about, there are things in the world that I care about that are important to be around for. That'd be cool. Like, I don't know. There's so much things I haven't done. I've done less things than I've done. Yeah. And out of fear that I won't be able to do it, or worry that I'll look stupid, or I haven't done a lot of things. And some of that is because as a kid I was told you can't do that stuff, or it's not worth it, or various different reasons why you can't do the thing that makes you happy. And that's something I don't subscribe to anymore. Just do what makes you happy, and it's not that, it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. If I like playing this crappy Halo clone, I'm gonna play it. And or like, I played Destiny for 9 years, and right now I don't think it's in a great spot, so I'm not playing it, and then it has made me happier to not play it. I think for a long time I was like, Destiny's my comfort game, I have to play this game, and I have to do all the things and be the best at it. And I still feel like I'm pretty good at Destiny, but at this point, it's okay to quit things if they aren't bringing you joy. And like I think that's another thing, is when you're depressed, you tend to retreat towards things, nostalgic things, or things that feel comfortable or like home. Damn, I thought I had that guy. 11 health. So that's why I'm playing Halo games, because it reminds me of being 17 or whatever, 14. Playing Halo 2 and Halo 3 and having a little bit less. I mean, I was sad all the time, but I felt excited to see my friends at school, and I felt excited to go and do things and share my interests with people. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I want to share the cool things in the world with my friends, and be friends, and share art and see things, see the world, travel. Like, I've been to Japan 3 times, I've been to Canada once. There's so many other countries I could go to that also interest me, and like, I don't know. I'm just a huge weeb, so I haven't gone to many other places, but there's so many cool areas of the world, like all of Europe, Italy, fucking crazy. There's so much cool shit, so much good food to eat, and like, I love food, and I think that's one thing that working in the service industry did give me is an appreciation for really good food, and like, I don't know, man. Like, basically, sum it all up. Shit is really hard all the time, even if you're not depressed, even if you're not, you know, anxious about meeting new people or making friends or being around new people at a job you don't understand, or, you know, stuff like that. It's okay to. I'm really good. I'm usually pretty good at getting outside my comfort zone as long as there's not people involved. You know what I'm saying? Like I traveled to Japan the first time pretty much by myself. Did a lot. Like, I think that kind of opened my eyes to, like, oh, I'm on a mountain on the other side of the world, and I got here pretty much by myself with money I earned by myself. Like, that was kind of an inspiring moment too when I went to Japan in 2016. I was visiting my friend Josh, and yeah, that was a big moment. I think it opened my eyes a little bit. It's just been like a long. It wasn't like overnight. It's just been a long string of realizations over many years of like, yeah, my life has never been easy or dope, but I've managed to have some really cool shit happen despite all of the shit that has brought me down or made me feel like crap, made me feel worthless. I know now it's okay to have motivation. It's okay to love the things you love and talk about them and want to do them. Like, I don't know if it's. I used to collect a bunch of Funko Pops. I got rid of most of them, but if it made me happy at the time, I'm glad I did it, man. Like, collecting Funko Pops or collecting VHSs. Oh yeah, I was gonna put a VHS in American Psycho for mental health awareness. Do things that make you happy, and eventually, hopefully, you'll be happy. I don't know. Don't guilt trip yourself. I'm very good at beating myself up and guilt tripping myself about doing the things that I want to do. And like, I don't know. I'm so worried. I guess Oh, and another big thing that helped me. Not looking at that scoreboard. Deleting all my social media. That was pretty huge, I'll say. Yeah, I would look at Instagram a little too much, and that was pretty much the only one I still have a TikTok, but I don't really look at TikTok that often because I would look at people who curated TikToks on Instagram and find the best ones and put them up there. And Instagram's algorithm was like really bad for me because there's a lot of stuff I really like to see, like artists and indie clothing designers and all these really interesting and cool people. But the stuff I was looking at was making me sad, I think, or I was always comparing myself to people who had a cooler thing going on than me, and so I was definitely like jealous, or I don't know, like felt like I wasn't living up to my own potential by doing stuff the way I was doing it. I would compare myself to people a lot and like tell myself, like, look at how far other people are ahead of you and you're older than this person. I'd look at people who are in their 20s who are like fucking making everything their own, like making clothes, making art, and like no one told them how to do it. They just did it, and they're, you know, emulating the people they really are inspired by. And like, man, I'm inspired by so much art, so many like movies, so much like stuff that like, yeah, I don't know. Damn it, I thought I had that guy. Yeah, I realized I just want to make stuff I've always made like YouTube videos and stuff, but like I just want to make stuff for me, not to like be popular. I think one time I had a Halo clip that blew up, and I was like, oh, maybe I can become a YouTuber. It's like, no, I just like being creative. I think that was the end result. Is like I've always wanted to like make video stuff or be a comedian. At one point, I wanted to be a comedian, which I've got it in pursue because my sense of humor, as a teenager in my mid-20s, I think was pretty stupid. I knew saying extreme things could like get a rise or like a reaction out of my friends, and so, you know, I've grown a lot and realized I just like making stuff. Like I love making gunpla, like Gundam models, you know, and I like making food, like making videos, montages of gameplay. Like I've always loved like Halo montages since I was a kid. I used to watch all the Halo montages. What else? I've tried making music a couple times. In fact, I would say the most successful I ever was at making music was in high school. In my senior year, when I transferred to another school that was away from all my friends, I took a class on, I don't remember what it was. It might have been video production and stuff, but it had one day, or one assignment, I should say, where they were like, okay, use GarageBand, which is on, you know, every MacBook, and make a song. And everybody, I knew in that moment that I was like, when we had to play the songs for the class, which was nerve-wracking, but I felt like my song was the best. And I wasn't like trying to be like, I'm biased. I expected it to be awful compared to other people's, but I had only ever really heard like professional music, you know what I mean? So I assumed everyone's gonna come in like all of a sudden just like with this amazing stuff, and I was gonna be blown out of the water. But then I listened to them all, and I felt like mine was the best. And I've never really tried since, but I remember there was this girl was like, "Can you play it again?" And I was just like so like flattered that somebody asked to hear the song more than once. So I played it twice, and then they asked me like what the lyrics were, and I read them out and like explained what it was about my girlfriend at the time. So yeah, I like making stuff. I want to make music. I want to make videos. I want to stream. Obviously, I'm streaming right now, but obviously, I feel like there's a trade-off between if you're super focused and playing good versus like kind of like right here where I'm trying to talk and ramble while playing the game, and I'm doing pretty bad at both. But yeah, I'm not much of a storyteller, but yeah. Depressed since I was 10. 33 now. Finally going to therapy. Got diagnosed. Got medication. Feeling pretty good. Want to continue forward. Want to do more with my life. Want to spend time with family and friends. And yeah, I kind of just want to work less. I feel like it's really easy when you're poor to work yourself to death all the time. Like my current job, I'm always on overtime, and during the winter it will be pretty crazy, I'm sure, with more overtime. And I used to be a person who didn't mind. Like, well, obviously I was younger, so I just had more Genki energy, but I'm starting to value my own time more. Like, I always liked just kind of vegging out and being alone, and I realized a lot of vegging out and just being alone was, I finally wasn't in a hyper-stimulating kitchen where everyone's yelling and it's super hot and sweaty, and like, or like now where I'm working 9, 10, like even in the winter we were doing like 11, 12-hour days, and that's coming up again. That's our busy season, so basically I'm screwed for this fall and winter, but I'll make some money, stash it up, and, you know, work towards a better future. Like, I have stuff to look forward to. I want to go to Japan a million more times. I want to see more of the world. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to France. I want to go to Italy. I want to go everywhere. That'd be cool. It would be so cool. You know, I want to, you know, make more friends, not be afraid to get outside my comfort zone. I want to play different video games that aren't just like this, but I kind of like, maybe I'm getting burnt out on games because I used to play a lot of single player games, and now it's very hard for them to hold my attention. Maybe it's the depression or whatever, or maybe it's just that I'm growing out of video games. I still have a really good time, but I've always been more of a competitive gamer.
Gain the lead.
So I don't know. I think also maybe my competitiveness is an extension of my self-esteem. Like a lot of my self-esteem comes from like external stuff. So when I do good in a video game, I feel really good about myself. You know what I mean? So there's definitely an element to that.
5 minutes remaining.
What else? Yeah, all my friends outside of like high school or made at work were pretty much online friends, and I've seen, you know, it just like anything, online communities come and go, and they fall apart or they change, and yeah, that feels weird, or like you're the end of an era almost kind of feeling. Should have just hit him with the hammer. And so, having gone through that several times, usually with Bungie games, I kept forgetting the button to throw that shit. Yeah, just wanting to mix things up and change things is not a bad thing. It means it's probably a sign that you need to change or grow in some way. Oh my god, I almost got blown the fuck up. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so bad at sniping. Okay, we got him. Oh! Oh man, I feel like you have bad inner accuracy, but I can't tell. Yeah. So I feel like I've rambled a lot about mental health. So I'm going to Japan. I leave tomorrow, Friday, and I'll land on Saturday. And my friends are there, and it'll be a really good time because I've needed something, you know, to distract me, take my mind off things. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And it's funny because I wasn't gonna go. I figured it was financially not responsible, but I went because my therapist told me to, and I think that goes back into doing things that make you happy, not guilt tripping yourself because you think XYZ. I can come up with a million reasons not to do something, but all it really takes is one person externally saying, actually, I think that's a really good idea, and I would be like, oh, okay, well, if other person thinks that, then I'm validated now. I'm allowed to make that decision. So I did think that was a little funny. That as soon as someone else said it, I was like allowed to now go. And I've done that in the past where I've asked other people like, hey, should I buy this Xbox? And they're like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, you said yes, now I can do it. Because I was telling myself no. And that my own pleasure is not worth anything.
Game over.
So yeah,
Victory.
You're worth doing the things you want to do, how you want to do them. Obviously, you know, if you're hurting yourself, stop it, quit it. Don't do that. I wish it was that easy. But yeah, you got to love yourself, and I'm still working on that aspect. There's still aspects of me that I really don't like, especially the past me, certain aspects of me, but it's cool. You can't change the past. It's going to always be there for you to cringe at. Yeah, things are only going to get better by you making them better, and so you got to be, stand up for yourself. Make sure you're fighting for your own best interests. Which, yeah, I was just not doing for like a straight up long time. I did not give a care about myself. Yeah. It is funny to be talking about all this while American Psycho's playing. But yeah, it's been hard. I don't know, and I've never really felt comfortable talking about it, especially to the internet. But nobody watches my shit anyway, so might as well just talk about all the stuff that's been swirling around my head, which is this stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I thought about making like a video where I sat down and talked to the camera, but I was like, that probably would have been shorter. Probably would have been like 10 minutes, but just I like rambling while I'm playing this game. This game's fun. I was gonna play PUBG, but I'd probably die so bad while trying to talk. Maybe I'll switch up to PUBG in a little bit, but I think I don't know. I don't know what else I want to talk about. Um, so what does it mean to like love yourself? I don't know. I've been pretty hard on myself, like always, like my appearance or like talking about the things I'm interested in, like for a long time. You know, I told myself you can't really like anime or like you can't talk about like anime because it makes you a huge loser. Like, only people were really thinking that weren't really worth considering anyway. So not worth believing that for yourself if that's not how you feel. And I always loved anime since I was like a kid, since I started to watch like Pokemon, fucking DBZ, and all the ones everyone else watched. But Toonami, like, I don't know, it had its claws in me deep, and I do think stuff like anime and video games have kept me alive. It sounds depressing, but if I didn't have anime and video games to retreat to, and like just movies and stuff in general, like I love movies. I've got a lot of VHS now. Bonded with my brother over movies. It's okay to just spend time doing the things you love, man, and not guilt yourself about it. Here's one of the Funkos I kept, Gumby, and I have Godzilla right here and a Gretzko. I feel like that pretty much accurately sums up different aspects of my life. Gumby as a child, Godzilla as a teenager, Gretzko as an adult, and like all these things like coming together. Like all this stuff, appreciation for art. And I appreciate like people in my life who introduced me to more art. My dad and my brother and like my friends, all these different people at school. Like, and there's all of these people that affected me, and some of them I don't even remember their names anymore, which kind of bums me out to think about. But like, you know, I moved around a lot as a kid. That was another thing. It was hard to make friends. I might have social anxiety because I constantly had to fucking make friends. My parents moved around, so I like my mom and my stepdad would move so much. So difficult to make friends again. And now I move around a lot as an adult. I don't hate it. I like seeing the different areas of the U.S. So it's fun to see the differences between each area. But I don't know. I was in middle school when I felt so great. I was going to fucking Germantown, Maryland, middle school. And if you don't know, that area is kind of rough. Like, it was kind of ghetto. Like, not to be like, oh, woe is me, and like, I don't know. It definitely exposed me to a wider world, and that's where I discovered a lot of anime too and stuff like that. So, but it was also I was hanging out with a pretty rough crowd, and my parents weren't stoked about it. And probably part of the reason they wanted to move is because I was just constantly hanging out at this dude's house, whose parents chain smoked the house, and we would practice WWE moves on each other and watch anime. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely credit. Like, I'm glad I lived all the different places I did now, because I made so many different friends that were so different, and I don't know, it shaped my sense of humor. I have friends that I can remember that were so funny, and friends that would introduce me to so much music or movies or art, and I don't talk to like any of them anymore. That was like one of the hard parts about deleting social media, is I did have some of those people still, but it's not like we talked. Like, I don't know. That's the thing, is like the amount of people I talk to, very small, and I probably did that to myself. You know, telling myself I was more happy that way. I feel like I did pretty good that game, but yeah, that you know, I think it's really just not wanting to put in the work of keeping up social contacts, and it's easier to let stuff just die and fall off than maintain a friendship, which is hard. Like, especially long distance. Like, if you're not hanging out every day or seeing each other every day at your job or your school or whatever, it's hard to keep friends. I have a couple of friends that I know will always be my friend forever, even though we don't talk all the time. Yes, I did good. But yeah, I don't know. That's basically where I'm at. Life sucks for everybody. It's hard to maintain good relationships as an adult, and it's easy to beat yourself up over stuff like that. But you gotta like love yourself enough to be like, hey, this is normal. Life is hard. Shit's hard. I'm not the only one struggling with stuff like this, so I can take it a little bit more easy on myself. Damn, my strafe game is on point! Okay. Kind of getting tired of retro,
Game
which is just no
starts in
portals.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. King of the hill.
What else do I want to talk about? Yeah, going to Japan. I love Japan. I've been to Japan.
Gain the lead.
This will be my third time. I went to 2016 and in 2020. Can you guess which month I went in 2020? I'll give you a hint. It wasn't February. It wasn't January. It was fucking March. And if you're thinking that sounds messed up, it's because it was. We didn't. Okay, so a lot of people told us not to go, but most of the people who were telling us not to go were our bosses at Best Buy. And I was like, fuck all that. We bought everything already. And I like going to Japan more than I like being at Best Buy. So that was my rationale at the time. Nobody knew how bad the pandemic was about to get. But yeah. I still don't regret going because this was my first time in Tokyo. And it was incredible. Even though a lot of stuff was closed by the end of the trip. And they canceled our flight back. And we had to scramble to get a new flight. And Trump was like, we're closing the borders. How much of a theme of this depression video is going to be Trump fucking me? Because it was a lot. I do think my alcoholism increased a lot once Trump became president. So, yeah, fuck Trump. Sorry if you like him, but I don't. Actually, you know what? Not sorry. If you like Trump, you're a weirdo. That's a really weird thing to do. You ruined my life. Yeah, and a lot of other people's lives are a lot worse, but mine too. Mine too. Yeah, things got hard in 2016, I think, for everybody. It was very hard to be happy around that time. It was like a fever dream, kind of. I remember the night Trump won, I got blackout drunk. Because we were at the bar, as we always were, and just watching it kind of on our phones. And just like everyone would start the night out joking like, oh, what if Trump wins? And then that joke so quickly became not funny. I mean, I think we all had an idea it might happen with all the stupid FBI James Comer stuff. I'm not saying that was the guy's fault, but definitely didn't know. Anyway, I don't really talk about politics. I'm not the smartest guy anyway about talking about that kind of stuff anyway, so I will just end it on that he sucks. That's the end of it. I don't really care. That's just how I feel, and things got real bad after that. My drinking, and let's see. Let's tell a story here. I worked at this bar, and I had a lot of friends, and at this time I was living in an apartment across the street from the bar, so I could get fucked up and just like walk across the street and I'd be home. So I knew no driving, so at least that was safe. But you know, you're friends with a lot of other bar people. A lot of things are going on all the time. People are getting drunk, fucked up. Yeah, it's a miracle. I mean, I made it out of some of those situations because they were really hairy and bad, including man, I want to go into detail, but I also don't know how much Twitch will hate me for saying some of this stuff. So I did a lot of drugs I shouldn't have. I went to a lot of parties and events I shouldn't have, and was there like there was some cool stuff. I went to ACL. I went to South by. If you don't know what those are, Austin City Limits and South by Southwest, and those are cool. Like ACL is like a music festival, which, you know, now I'm too old to do shit like that, but it was cool at the time. Definitely. I feel like I'm past my giant crowd days, like sweating in the sun all day. It was not fun, but I still had some incredible experiences. So it wasn't all bad. Like, Austin's a beautiful city. You don't have to just become a drug addict or alcoholic there. It's just very easy to do that if you would like to, or you are the predisposed personality types. Because I think have an addictive personality. In that the things, like I said, the things I like a lot, and if that thing happens to be a substance, I will be doing that substance a lot, and pretty much every day. Oh man, I should have scraped better. So yeah, addictive personality type. You know, probably has something to do with playing video games obsessively. Competitive person, adrenaline seeker, dopamine seeker. Just trying to think what else. Yeah, sensation seeking, I guess. And yeah, when you are a socially anxious person, alcohol is like a fucking life hack. You're like, oh, all of a sudden I'm the funniest dude in the room. I no problem saying all the things that are on my mind. I have no problem talking to these people I've never met. Like, I'm always the kind of person that if I can, I only talk to the people who talk to me. And like, if I don't introduce myself to someone at like work or a social situation right away, they need to introduce themselves to me because I will just be awkward and weird. Or like the only times I'll hop in is if I hear them talking about something I'm super passionate about, like a certain band or a movie or a TV show or anime or Japan. And then I find it super easy to hop in and just be like, yo, what up? Damn, I lost. But yeah, social anxiety. It's a little bitch. There have been times where I've been around people I thought were really cool or I wanted to talk to and I couldn't. There have been times where I said things that I didn't mean or tried to appear cool when I was not. That would have been a lot cooler if I was just authentic. Or I made jokes that were out of character or edgy or, you know what I mean? Just, damn, I got all the kills, but I did not help at all with the King of the Hill thing. I forgot. I feel like I've talked a lot and my mouth is super dry. But yeah. Trying to think of what else. What else do I want to talk about? I guess I'll try to like live stream while I'm in Japan. Like when I'm at like a McDonald's, I'll do like a quick McDonald's food review because they have like free Wi-Fi. That'd be funny. I plan to eat real Japanese food too. It's just they have free Wi-Fi and bathrooms and trash cans. So McDonald's are kind of like a gaijin like oasis in Japan where it's like, can I never find a trash can? And public bathrooms are hard to find. And the nice thing about the McDonald's one is it's usually like a private bathroom as opposed to like a squatty potty in the middle of like a train station. So yes, Japan is dope. There's a lot of weird things about it too, though. So sweet. Let's see if I can get a different. Get rid of retro. So yeah, going to Japan, psyched on it. My friends are there. Can't wait. And that's the kind of stuff I want to do going forward. I want to have more experiences and spend more time with friends and less time working, which is hard to do. It's easy to say stuff like that, but yeah, I feel like I've overworked myself most of my life and just been okay with it. Been exploited for my labor. So yeah, there's a difference between hard work and getting worked hard. And if you're constantly doing overtime or like when I was working at this Italian restaurant, like I guess more than a year ago. It was right after the pandemic, so I was getting kicked off unemployment, and I started working at this Italian restaurant, and it was so shady and so gross, but they paid decently for a cooking job, and there was always overtime, so I was constantly making like, overtime money, which was good. Let's do that. Everyone wants this one, okay. So yeah, I was okay even up until like a year or so ago, and still kind of right now, I'm okay working an absurd amount of overtime. And that's not good. I think that's also something that I figured out in therapy was like, okay, I'm working myself to death for other people who are probably don't give a hell, don't give a shit about me. So, yeah. Part of valuing yourself is also learning to not be somebody's little bitch all the time and say
1.
yes because you think that.
Team
Yeah, I would
deathmatch.
often say yes to things just because I thought that's what people wanted me to do and not because that's what I wanted to do. So yeah, you know.
Lost the
I'm glad
lead.
that now I'm
Tied the lead.
kind of sticking up for myself and um thinking
Lost
about
the
where I want to
lead.
be, what I want to do
Tied the leader.
going forward in my life, having plans for the future, caring about myself and where I'm going to end up and what I'm going to do when I'm older,
Gain the
or
lead.
if I get sick,
Double
taking
kill.
care of myself. Damn, I'm fucking these guys
Killing
up.
spree.
These guys are gonna flip the spawns though.
5 minutes remaining.
No, they know to. Ooh. Oh, yeah, the shotgun. Yeah, I kind of lost track, but I feel like I've said a lot
Lost the
about
lead.
stuff. I felt bad for a long time, and now I'm trying to feel good. And fuck everybody else who tries to not make me feel good. I'm about the good vibes now. Let the good times roll. I don't know. I think it's fair to acknowledge that I'm a more emotional person than I reveal to other people. I'm constantly worried or wanting to help other people or wishing I could contribute more, while also feeling like I'm not good enough and realizing, there's things I can't control. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, but I do know that I don't. I'm not a burden to people like I've felt like for a long time. I'm getting better at recognizing my good qualities
Tied the
and
leader.
that people want to be around me and care about me and think I'm
Lost the
nice.
lead.
I feel like, I don't know. It sounds ridiculous out loud, but I didn't believe any of the stuff about me. So it is novel to me as a concept to be like, whoa, people give a shit and don't want to see me
Gain the
yeet myself
lead.
off a building. That's huge. So I want to kill you. Ah. Ah. Oh man. Um. I didn't know how it happened. Like that kill. What is it? The kill cam. That is like my guilt. You know what I mean? Anytime I do something bad, I'll play that over in my head. Like like when I mean bad, like embarrassing or a social faux pas or remembering memories of me being extremely cringy or trying too hard. Um, yeah, that's what I mean in that regard. Like, I will play the kill cam of me hating every second of myself over and over again in my head and justify like why I feel the way I did, why I no likey me. It's just a weird way to put it. Why did local HJ not like local HJ? Because people told me I was worthless for a long time growing up. And, or like, they didn't put in those exact words, but it was like, all of the things you're interested in are worthless. And I very much like
Chain
just
slayer.
personalize and internalize a lot of that, of being like, it's like, here's a good example. I went to like a career technical center in high school for half of the day um, in my junior year where I was learning graphic design, which I thought was really cool. And I learned how to do um, Photoshop and Adobe InDesign and Flash animation. So, like, again, creative stuff I was really interested in. My stepdad would always be like, "You can't have a career doing that." And some of the coolest and nicest people I know, and successful people are graphic designers. So, I guess joke's on him for not thinking that's a career, because I wish that was my career. But
1 minute remaining.
as a part of the school, the career center, they offered like I think it was like a $2,000, and it was like a homestay. You go to Japan for like 2 weeks, and you go to school there, and probably like learning the same stuff like that I was interested in: video editing and design, graphic design, Photoshop, and all that good stuff, but doing it abroad with a host family and that kind of stuff. I had that opportunity, and it's like, you know, my parents were not hurting for that. Like, I am a very poor person. The people who were caring for me were not hurting for that, so they could have supported that. And I was really excited. I really wanted to go, and they shot it down. And I always think like how different my life would be, because my friend Josh, he went to school in Japan. he went to school to learn English, or not English, Japanese. And we were friends in high school, and he did the stuff that I kind of was displaying interest in doing at the time, but I was always at every turn shut down, told no. You can't do that. It's not a viable career path. Now Josh is in the fucking Secret Service. He protects the president. So can you imagine what I'd be doing? I don't know. Maybe I'd just be a graphic designer. Maybe I'd be a video editor. I don't know. I told myself I couldn't do anything forever, for years. So, oh, my throat's getting so dry. I need to get water. We'll do one more Splitgate, and then I'll get a water, and we'll switch to PUBG, and maybe I'll shut up. But yeah. Basically, it's okay to like the stuff you like, and want to do the stuff you want to do, even if everybody around you is telling you it's dumb or it's bad. And it wasn't even everybody around me, but it was people who had a lot of cachet in my life, people who had a lot of control over my life, people who were telling me, you can't do any of this stuff, you're dumb. Oh, that was cool. I got a 4 kill. Yeah, so even like playing video games, I would sneak around at night and play Halo 2 all night and Halo 3. I remember I bought an Xbox and hid it from my parents so I could play Halo 3 when it came out. Yeah, I was full on addicted to video games. Probably as a form of escapism. Yeah, so I had delusions of being a pro Halo player even in high school, middle school, which is hilarious. I was not that good. I couldn't even hit 50. I was like ranked 46 in Team Slayer and doubles, so I couldn't even get to the max rank, and I wanted to be a pro. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I could have been if people supported me. That one maybe not. But reality aside, there were things that I was really interested in and wanted to do, and there were people who could have facilitated that and didn't, and chose to shit on me and say you're a dumbass for wanting those things. Stop being a dumbass, wasting money, waste of time. So now I embrace all those things. I am a dumbass. I am a waste of money and time. But guess what? I love that about me. I'm the greatest person who have ever lived. That also has depression and anxiety and PTSD. This is how I'm going to combat those things, is by going so hard in the other direction. Yeah. So to recap, depression is bad. Antidepressants, really fucking good, and I recommend it highly to anybody who's having a hard time. Go to therapy. Get diagnosed. It doesn't matter if you don't think you have anything. It doesn't matter if you think other people have it harder than you. It doesn't matter if you think you're just being a little bitch. Guess what? It doesn't matter. Any of that shit do not matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You should just give a shit about yourself, and that's hard to do. I know it's true. I did not care about me or you, but I cared about some people too much, though, at the expense of my own damn life. I would give some people so much shit, so much, like I'd let random fucking people live with me, because I told myself that they were cool, and they're not. Sometimes they were drug dealers, and they were fucking assholes who were getting me addicted to horrible shit, and then taking my money, and like, I don't know. I lived with this one dude who was such a psycho. I had to climb in through my window because he was like a fucking tweaker who was up all night and thought I was paranoid and thought I was stealing all his shit and like got annoyed that I drank water out of his Brita filter.
5
Oh,
minutes remaining.
oh man, what a psycho! There's been so many people in my life that I let into my life that
Lost the
probably
lead.
just ultimately didn't have
Tied
my
the
best
leader.
interests at heart, and they were just
Lost
abusing
the
me
lead.
and taking advantage of the
Tied the
situation
leader.
because I was kind of a pushover. Know what I'm saying? No, you know what? You're picking up what I'm stepping in.
Lost the
You ever dealt
lead.
with somebody and you realize this guy doesn't really have my best interests at heart? If they're giving you
Lost the
a lot of
leader.
drugs, if
Gained
they're
the
buying
lead.
you alcohol,
Double
you
kill.
might want to examine why. And you might just think, man, this guy's the homie. And because you're so addicted to
Kingslayer.
XYZ, you're
Killing
like, man,
spree.
I'm gonna hang out with this dude all the time. He gives me free stuff. Fuck that dude. If you are an addict, those people latch onto you like fucking fleas and they don't let go. And I don't like them. I don't like them. Yeah. Yeah. Addiction is hard, but it's even harder when there are people around you who have to keep you addicted to justify their own shit. Like they want to just have somebody to do drugs with. That's what the thing is. I didn't really buy a lot of some of the worst stuff I did. I would just get it for free
Lost
because
the
people
lead.
want to do drugs with other people and not feel guilty that they're doing it. Like they're like, oh, this person was with me, and I'm not alone doing this stuff. But it's like, truth be told, I'd be doing stuff alone. Uh, I'd be drinking alone. Still to this day, I have a problem with that. Like now, I just gotta start talking to people and admitting when I'm like feeling like I'm gonna drink. I'm like, yo, let's not do that because it's so easy for me to do that. You feel me?
Kingslayer.
Oh, oh. Yeah. So loving yourself can also
Kingslayer.
mean being careful about who you're spending your time with and what their motivations are. Why do they want to be around you? Why do they want to give you drugs and alcohol? um, you know, there are nefarious people out there who just want to like fucking ruin your life so they feel better about ruining theirs. And it's weird. It's a weird thing that definitely happens. And ask me how I know. People who are addicted to substances are probably ashamed of it and usually just want other people around them so they don't feel lonely while they're just like doing horrible shit to themselves.
Tied
And
the
they see other
leader.
people doing it and they're like, see, this guy's doing it. Oh, that's cool. We're cool. It's not cool. It fucking sucks.
Lost
And it
the
creates like a
lead.
cycle of like, you may be trying to get clean and then this person hangs out
Tied
with
the
you and you're
leader.
like, hey, by the way, I'm trying not to drink or I'm not doing this. It's like, okay, well, is it cool if I do this? Is it cool if I drink?
Gained
Because
the
I can't
lead.
live in this world sober. And I'm like, cool. And then you know how hard it is to remain sober when people around you are doing the
Lost
thing
the
you
lead.
really want to do. Got to the point where I'd hang out with people who were drinking, say that I wasn't drinking, but secretly I'd go and run off to like my room or somewhere, drink, and then come back because I felt it was giving me my social superpowers. And like I can't possibly hang around. Anybody who
Tied the
drinks a
leader.
lot knows this. It's obnoxious to hang around drunk people when you're sober, but you feel like you're missing out. You're like, look how much fun these guys are having, and I'm not. Like, I want to be stupid. I don't want to remember this. I want to turn my brain off. It's the ultimate turn off brain button is
Lost the
alcohol.
lead.
Like, you just don't want to think for a while. Alcohol is so good for that. Like, it's so cool, especially if you're like me and you have trouble sleeping. You can just drink so much that you go to sleep.
Game
And if you
over.
can't sleep good, that's like awesome. You're like, you mean if I have enough of this funny liquid that makes me funny and people like me, I also get to go to sleep at normal bedtime. it's a, it's a win-win, baby. So yeah, that's depressing. All right, let's know more of this. Let's load up PUBG. Oh, give me chat. I don't know. Looks like I got one watcher. Thanks for being a watcher. Choo choo choo. Where's my mobile dashboard? Hello, one viewer. Excuse me while I go get a water. What's up? Okay, we're gonna do PUBG now. And I'll probably talk less because I'm gonna be focusing more, but yeah, so this has been a bit of a bummer stream if you watched the whole thing. Me mostly talking about depression, anxiety, and getting over stuff, trauma. So I'm gonna try to have some fun and get my ass kicked. I'm probably gonna die. Either I die like super early on or in the top 10. And I end up dying because I get impatient and go start a fight. Whereas if I just am a giant coward, I will live so much longer. So yeah, part of the reason I love Japan, movie Lost in Translation, got it on VHS. Obviously anime too, but that movie had an effect on me. I watched it when I was like 12, 13. Had a little portable DVD player, and I would watch movies in my bed. And I got that movie. Loved it because I love Bill Murray, and now I love Sofia Coppola, great director. I think I like her more than Francis Ford Coppola. Sheesh. But yeah, that movie had an effect on me because I always wanted to go to Japan. I think even like as a kid, I was like, I want to go to Japan and become an animator for Dragon Ball Z, even though the show was over by then. But I could have been. Super came around. So, yeah. I, even as a, like, 10-year-old, maybe 11 or 12, wanted to go to Japan. Like, I wanted to live there. I always wanted to live in a city ever since I was a kid. I've lived in a couple different cities now. But yeah, I don't know. City living had me a blast. But after a couple addictions, I think sobriety and a calmer lifestyle is probably best. Let's see. But yeah, Japan's tight, and I've wanted to go there since I was a kid. Now I've been there 2 times, coming up on 3, and that's the kind of stuff that you got to look forward to in life, and you got to want to do stuff. You got to want to do stuff. Because like when I was thinking about jumping off a building or all these awful things, you still gotta think about the stuff that you haven't done yet. Like, oh, I wanted to live long enough to see the new Avengers movie or see the new Spider-Man movie. That was always what I would like. I'd give myself a little bit more time and be like, you have to go on long enough to do this thing. So, yeah, I'm glad I did those things. I'm glad I held on. Like, because things were really bad for a long time, and I was just sad and didn't really think about why. I was just like kind of living. Now I know. I'm fricked up in the head. And it's okay, because most people are. It seems like everybody's got something going on. I need to drink more of this water. Are there people around me? That's the question. Somebody behind me. It looks like they're turning away. But yeah, let's try to play some dang PUBG. We're in the circle. The French. that, get that, get that. Get that, get that. My shotgun says toxic. I don't know why you would want a 6x scope on an AK, because that doesn't seem like it would do anything. I'm gonna grab this ACP in case I find ump. Ump, baby. Ugh. Car, it's a good one. Ooh. I like this one more than you. Alright. I gotta admit. No. Not you. You. Put the 6 scope on that. Drop that. Drop that. Alright. This is a pretty good loadout. Oh. Oh. Grab this bike. Fuck it, right? Fuck it. We ride bikes. Oh my gosh. Sweet. We got a bike. We got a vest. We got a first aid kit. Got a little bit more ammo for the car. Oh, baby. We're getting stocked up. Get that magazine. Another bike. Cheek pad. Adrenaline syringe. We're doing good, baby. Maybe I'll grab another bike. Fuck it, right? We ball. Sometimes I have 2 bikes. What are you gonna do about it? What, do you want to fight about it? I'm gonna put the stun. So I've learned from playing PUBG for like a while, like not a while, but I only just recently got back into it. But stun grenades seem like OP, and I never used them before. Well, guess what? They're fucking bullshit. And people will throw them in the room and you can't see. And I guess I just never thought that was a good thing. But they're really good, and they're too strong, and I hate people who use them. Except for me. I'm allowed to. Let's see, thumb grip. We could take that, we could take that. We take those in this house. That is a plane. Look, boss, the plane. Okay, that's not too far from here. Let's guess. Right around. Yeah? Let's see. Oh my god. Why did I do that? See, this is a really dumb idea what I'm about to do. But I'm not a smart guy, so I'm just gonna fucking go for that thing. And probably get killed in the process, because there are other people around. The only thing I don't like about the bikes in this game, it's got freaking GTA button mashing to fucking make your bike go fast. And maybe if you could just hold it down, but even that would be too much in my opinion. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Who are you? Okay. Well, you're nobody to me. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna get this shit. And nobody can stop me. Oh, there's a guy over here already. Oh, he's so fucked up. Ooh, I got him. Oh, I'm so dead though. Is there another homie around here somewhere? Shit. I put on all his worst stuff, but fuck, I should probably just put that helmet back. Oh, there's a dirt bike here. Ha ha ha! And take my leave. I'm pretty sure there's another guy around, but I ain't taking no chances. That door's open. You do not stop here. Haha! Oh, we're at Yasupalala. I need to go the other way. I wasn't looking at my map marker. So we must be very careful here. I'm hunting wabbits. There's probably someone in this area. Oh baby, a whole med kit just for me. You shouldn't have. Alright. Watch for movement. Make some noise. Cha! That'll scare anybody. Okay, we're creeping now. Remember, our bike is parked at the... Oh, it puts on the map. Nice. C4 is very strong, but it makes a shitload of noise before you go off. Okay, that door is shot. That means someone died here. And they might still be here. Looks like the thing got smaller too, so it might go to Lipovka. I would used to hang out in that house on the hill. Here we go. Some action. They got off up there, I think. Do we follow? I lost him. Oh, somebody's shooting at somebody over there. Where'd this guy go? Did he die falling off his bike? Lipovka! I'm here, baby. I'm here 1-0. Drink some drink, so I have some more space. Oh, I was wrong. It's not ending Lipovka at all. Panic, run. And then there's this asshole. You must be ended. But not by me. Oh, there's 2 of them. Horrible. Hopefully they crash into one another. Lipovka! You weren't the answer. Lipovka! Lipovka! Hmm. God, all these houses suck. I just don't want to be at the bottom of the hill where they could just shoot through the window. These houses also probably gonna suck, and are probably occupied. Gotta stay stimmed up. Be like water. Oh. Oh. Oh, he just fucking died. Come on, go for his stuff. Oh, that hit him. He's running now. Oh, there's another guy. This area is just hot. Yeah, stay closer, beautiful baby. Boom! Oh my god. Got fucking wrecked. There's a homie up here still. Where he at? Oh, I gotta move. Milta. Power. Yeah, that's ugly. Wee! Oh no! Thought I might die there. Okay, these homies over here fighting. Having a good old time. Owie! I thought you were shooting someone else, not me. Oh my fuck! No way he got me with a M4. I called shenanigans. I was so far away. Let me see the death cam. I want to see it this time. These things are never synced correctly anyway. I'm guessing he's shooting at the flying thing. No way, dude. No way. That's just, with that scope, no way. I'm calling shenanigans. Shenanigans. Alright. Alright, I'll do another one. You can't make me. Excuse me. 26 is not good. See, I got greedy. I could have ran down the hill, but I took the bike. Still, a little sus. That guy's aim was a little too good for how far away he was with the M4. Full auto. When I'm shooting that shit, I can't hit fucking shit. Distance, bro, dude. Sus as AF. That was Susie, bro. That was Sus Anonymous. You know, I don't like this map, but I have won a game on it, so at this point, I judge a map by if I can win a match on it. And I think the new one is probably the only one I haven't won on. Ripton, which is clearly a map that was designed for PUBG Mobile, and they just put it in this game too. Because, man, the textures in that new map are so bad. I mean, I'm saying it's new. It's new to me because I just got into the game again, but man, that like, it's a cool map. It has probably the biggest city in PUBG, which may be why the textures are so bad in the city. Because people always joke and say like, "Oh, it's like PS2 graphics." I'm like, go play fucking that map with this game. Like, fucking, the fidelity is just not there, my man. It seems like some sacrifices were made to keep it at a rock solid 60 FPS. I have no idea actually if this is how many frames this is. Shows all this data in the top about packets and packet loss and my internet. Got a pretty good ping though. Got a pretty decent ping, if I don't say so myself. Well, where's my frame data? Huh? Okay, wow. It's a tiny map. I think I've only won once on this, but it was recent when I just got back into it, so it was pretty cute. I was like, damn, that was cool. The thing about this is, because this is a small map, no matter where you land, you're probably going to run into at least one or two people at minimum. And then every time you move, you're probably going to run into more people, which was the idea, I'm sure, of these maps. More gunplay, more action. So if you see me die immediately, it's not that I'm bad. It's that the game hates me. It was designed by evil people. It's like right here. There's a guy right there. Probably one behind me. There's nowhere safe. I should have been pointed downward. No. Okay. Hard to say. Might be at least one guy here. No guns in that building. Huh? I can work with that. Okay, that's pretty close. I just prefer guns with 5.56 for no reason. I think it's because I like a lot of guns that use it, so. Gotta be careful here, it might be homies. And ump. I like ump better than that scar, so I'm gonna go with that for now. See, I don't know if anyone actually landed here. But I still gotta be careful. They might just be being very, very quiet. I thought I picked up a freaking backpack in that room. Damn it. Okay, well, what's that? What's that? There we go, basic one. Oh, that sounds close. Because the map is so small, it's hard to know where the map is going to end. Okay, okay. Huh, there's some people having fun behind me. Oh, man. Another level 3 vest. I wish I could, like, shred my own vest. Konnichiwa dozo. Ohayo minasan. Dozo dozo. Welcome to the PUBG hour. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Daisuki Unagi. There's probably someone in this freaking town. I know it. I know it. I just know it. I'm gonna freak out. Ah, I'm freaking out. Oh, that's pretty close too. Arrivederci. Yeah, I hear footsteps. Maybe I heard my own. No doors open. God, there's so many level 3 vests around too. fully committing to the baby. Spiceable. Okay. We're looking pretty stocked. I can probably stop hunting now for stuff. Just play for kills. Skills for kills, agent. Doors open. Gotta use my bike. Oh, you can pick it back up. I never noticed that. Do I want to tempt fate by looking inside any more houses? Guess I should probably just wait for the circle to get a little tinier before I move. And now we wait. Only 22 people left. Markiplier? Whoa, I'm sure I'm the first person to ever make that joke. Is that the bite of 87? Can't remember which direction I came from. I think I went through these ruins, or maybe... I don't know. I don't remember. Oh no, because I remember this field, so I landed like here. Came this way. Sometimes I wish this game had prox chat. It would make it funnier, at least. No? Badman. All around. Oh. Maybe that's what they're shooting at. Cargo trailer. I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill that thing. Whee! I love the little hops you can do on the bike. Ah! Oh my god, he should have got me. He should have had me cold. I thought I was dead. He lit me up. Damn, I can't remember where those level 3 vests were. I thought I had my shotgun out. Car 98. I'm smart, I go with that, but I'm not smart. I'm not smart, am I? Still in the circle. Got this ridge in between me and a lot of other people. Well, that was the most action I've seen all day. One kill, but 14 people left. Okay. It's pretty good. I guess it's out of 60, not 100, so it's not as impressive. See, I can't let myself have anything. Like I'm scared to move. I guess I'll wait for the rings to close. See where they want me to go. Ha! Hoo-cha-cha! Oh, just barely in the circle. I think I want to be on the hill, though. King of the hill. King of the castle. King of the castle. Wah, wah, wee, wah. Some heavy brush here. We can work with this. We can work with this. Gotta worry about people walking up behind me. But this is workable. Those guys are all killing each other. That guy's got the big boy gun, the Gatling gun. Oh shit! I bumped my leg there. Hopefully, no one around. Nope, they saw me, and now I'm dying. Fuck! All because I accidentally shot the ground. Maybe he saw me without that. Oh well. Top 10 though. I'm probably gonna end the stream. Um, because I can't win at PUBG. I did better than I thought I would. But yeah, tomorrow, going to Japan. I'll try to like do like a McDonald's stream, like I said, where I live stream from a McDonald's because they've got free Wi-Fi, and review some weird McDonald's food on stream. Do an IRL stream for the first time, I think. That'd be fun. So yeah, stay tuned, gamers. I'm gonna end the stream now, but appreciate you watching. Thanks, and sayonara.